Hello everyone and welcome back to the Berserk manga read through, where today we are catching up on Berserk, at least as of today's date. We will be reading chapters 365 to the newly released chapter 372. Last time we read volume 41, the last work that Miura did on Berserk himself, right? And it was quite emotional in that sense, seeing the final panels that were drawn and that where the story is currently. And it is tragic and it is heartbreaking. And while I was, going through this Berserk manga over the course of the past 2 years, we've been reading it on the channel. We've been able to see the announcement that obviously it was continuing, and they're, honoring that legacy and doing their best work to continue the story. So it is kind of exciting for me to sit down and read, and we can read it together. And it's like a privilege that there actually is, more Berserk. I think it's a bittersweet feeling. It's definitely a bittersweet feeling, especially for long-term readers. I feel like it's even more so of a hurdle to really kind of process this in comparison to maybe someone like me that's a recent reader. But I think we all are kind of together in those same sort of feelings about this story and how good it is, and the artwork is very important, and all of the different factors that come in that makes this a very special experience. So it's kind of weird to kind of sit here now after finishing volume 41 recently, and I'm going to say, hey, as of today's date, I'm catching up on Berserk, and then we'll just be waiting for new chapters together, and that's just a really bizarre feeling. But we're going to start with chapter 365 today, so no more volume episodes on the channel, but it'll just be, I guess, chapters as they release, which is very, very strange. But this is chapter 365. It looks like when it first returned, 2 chapters were dropped at once. So we've got the original author mention of Miura and the manga being done by Studio Gaga, with Mori Kuji being the director. So episode 365, which is Waning Moon's Quietude. So we ended 364 on the revelation that during the full moon, Griffith becomes unwillingly this moon child, right? Which is Casca and Guts' child, but Griffith is also in there at night, and it's this whole thing, and then it just ends on this beautiful image of Griffith with a tear running down his eye, which is really cool to mention that Griffith, I believe, has actually stated that he would never cry tears again earlier in the manga. So it was just kind of an insane moment for the story, and kind of poetic that there is a lot of people that seem to share that same opinion, that they were like, Berserk could have ended there with the news that happened, and it might have been okay, as much as we would love to see some sort of an ending. But let's have a look. So we've got brand new artwork from Studio Gaga, and it looks like Berserk. It looks like a Berserk. We got Puck, assumedly, chilling out, having a zoom. But I think he's keying on to what's just happened with everybody else. I think everybody is keying on to what's just happened. Even the frogs. It's here. Something's here. Man? Nay. A fearsome being, come from the outside, has breached this island. Casca. Yeah, she goes outside. shredded with his glittery tears. Dude, and the brand like absolutely starting to pound and bleed. Yep, and then Casca's feeling it and all of her memories are coming back. Jesus. Just like an explosion of blood. Shirka freaks out as well. Oh, wow. And yeah. This is an appropriate response. We've got Casca freaking the hell out, and like, this is Griffith that has just randomly appeared, and Guts is like, okay, berserker time. It's like trying to hold it in. This was to be expected. Like, first thing that he would do is literally just go to slice right through him. He's like, well, you're here now. Oh, there's that classic shot. Oh, that's the chapter. That's the chapter. Berserk continues in this issue. So 2 chapters, but very short. Very short. Which I think is maybe appropriate because they were trying to they're probably trying to ease their way into it. Like, I can only imagine the amount of pressure on them bringing Berserk back without Miura and continuing that legacy. There's probably a lot of pressure on doing that. Okay, we'll go straight into chapter 366. The second of 2 chapters, Eye of the Maelstrom. Oh, it went right through him. He's like, he's not even here. He's like in some sort of like corporeal form. That is so tragic as well. It's like he's not even actually physically here, really. So without hesitation, Guts is like resisting the transformation into the Berserker armor, but like just flailing wildly at him, and nothing can be done about it. The artwork looks really good as well. Like the way that Griffith was drawn in just that chapter we just read looks like exceptional. And he's just here looking like perfect. As Guts just screaming and like laughing in like a maddening rage as he just gets it all out, attacking him. But nothing can be done. Shirka's in her like astral form, and it's just like an insane amount of energy pushing her back. That is... Huh? A person? No way. Master? Master, you must go no further. Fantasia? How? But that aside, that thing, yes, do you see? We shouldn't go near such terrible power. Its very being is like a maelstrom consuming all. A maelstrom. Thank you for anchoring my mind. Let's go back. Damn, so the astral form version of that's kind of terrifying too. Ah, Master, thank goodness. Guts? And he's just going like, ah, he's just screaming, and he's just like wailing on him, sweating, and there's just nothing from Griffith at all. Guts. I can feel it. Something is coming. Oh no shit, because now that Griffith is here, he kind of understands where he is. And there's also all the branches of the world tree, the fast travel. Oh god, it's Zod, isn't it? Yeah. Holy shit. And he Ultra Instinct dodges out of the way. God damn. The wedge is driven into the island that suffers no evil. A deluge of darkness descends. We're gonna have a Zod and Guts rematch. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so these chapters are definitely short and sweet. I'm not sure if that's going to be the consistent thing going forward or whether it was just for like this first double chapter drop. But I guess this was to be expected. If you've got Griffith showing up with what's happened on the island, it's chaos and darkness is soon to follow. And as soon as we have that little slice of life where everyone's relaxing and chilling out, you get your heart broken and just, goddamn, it feels weird to be like going through this stuff. There's definitely less dialogue and more sort of a focus on the imagery right now, and then a little bit shorter as well. But we'll move into 367 and we'll see what's going on. Looks like we might be catching up on Berserk much sooner than I thought with these chapter lengths. One after the other. Cherry blossoms fading like mist, chapter 367. Darkness rushes in, the tranquil island, pierced by the wedge, is changed utterly. Damn, so Zod's coming to Griffith's aid, even though Griffith can't even be harmed. Come at me! He's doing super spinning claw attack. Clang. Jesus. Oh my god, we have dialogue. Thank you for your assistance at this late hour, everyone. Feels good to help out once in a while, you know. But I'm surprised you would do all this work, lady. You're like a brownie for the whole village. We can be brownies too, Isidro, starting in the morning. Hard pass, I've got training in the morning. What? Well, you did just volunteer, Yzma. Youngsters, let's see Miss Danan off and be on our way, shall we? Alright, yep. I like that they've maintained the consistency of like the little cartoony heads doing the dialogue in some of them. Good night. I love that these guys are all still chilling out because they're still in the middle of their slice of life episode. Meanwhile, Griffith is here. You guys picking up on it yet? The shiver on the back of the neck. Does your tummy hurt? Was it something you ate? What's the matter? Oi, oi, what's going on? Everything will break apart. We are in danger. A rising tide. From the depths of the earth it comes. Huh? Griffith, put some pants on. Stop exposing yourself to all of the women. So he's just walking right over to them. Meanwhile, Zod is keeping Guts mighty distracted. He's still, even though he's done so many strikes against Griffith and knows that the sword is going right through it, he's like blinded by rage that he's going to keep trying. Like, mate, you're going to accidentally put a sword right through your friends in a second. Damn, what is going on? So like an explosion of energy. Damn. Yeah, because like Guts is not thinking. The sword was going right through him. He almost like sliced right through him and into Casca, and now look. Griffith is like, I'm protecting you. It's unbelievable. Like this massive explosion of energy as the sword is blocked and Griffith is protecting Casca. What? Oh, that's such an annoying image. It's so annoying. We have Griffith just rocking up being like, I got Casca and I'm protecting her because you can't. What is going on? There's a lot of... Okay, the island is being torn apart. Oh, no way. So he can choose to interact with the physical realm if he wants, like this. So he's able to, like, pick up Casca, but he can have the sword go right through him. How the hell are we supposed to beat that? Is he literally gonna take Casca and go? Oh my god, it ends. Their life without evil crumbles. Continues in Young Animal 16, August 12th. The thing that's killing me about this is knowing that I've had the privilege of being able to read whole volumes and multiple chapters at a time, all the time, and now I'm getting to a point where I'm seeing these chapters coming out and going, no, I'm going to join the group of everyone who's just waiting. And that's why I think it's taken me so long subconsciously to get through all of the manga, is because I knew that I would get to a point where I would just be like caught up and waiting. So now I see this kind of stuff when it's like the chapters are ending and it's like I just know that I'm going to be just waiting, you know, just waiting. The latest episode awaited by the whole world. The peaceful island is turned on its head as Griffith takes the stage. Giving into anger, Guts swings the Dragon Slayer, but the blade won't strike true. Is there a way to stem the flood of darkness? Elf Island crumbles, despair descends. Episode 368, The Worm Eaten. Oh no, not this again. We're back to sacrifice. Sacrifice. They're all here. Answer us, sacrifice. Something dark surrounds us. Sidro, is this? I ain't forgotten. Ain't this what we saw in Albion? Seriously. Yzma. Yeah, stay close. Don't let go. Got so much more of a serious Isidro at the moment. Oh shit! Isidro! Oh, yo, okay. We've got Skull Knight coming in to help. Where did he come from? That's Skeleton, who are you? Isidro, he's an ally of justice, probably. A flaring light illuminates the land this night. It is a wedge cleaving the isle asunder. These beings risen from the rift are what you would call the very foundations of the island, the original masters of this place. Mortals are no match for them. Fly from here. Damn. But he is no mere mortal. Whoa, wind-splitting swordsmanship. Incredible, Isidro. Cannot deliver all from harm, thus no other salvation awaits you. Escape. You think I could just slither off the way things are? Let's do this, it's war, god damn it. Go get him. This collapse was destined, but to struggle against it is man's fate, is it not? Oh, interesting, we're cutting to... okay. Weigh anchor, hoist the sails. No, guys, we're back to the boat arc for another 100 chapters. All hands, prepare to depart Elf Island. A revelation from the mermaids. All must be ready at dawn. Hurry, no loafing around. But a crisis befalling the island. This is the calm before the storm. When we notice something happening, it may be already too late. I've dispatched a message to the village, but still... I will remain on this island. Master Magnifico, you too? Yeah, I forget that Azan is still just anonymous. Men are supposed to walk upon the land, put down roots, it's alright. Hey, don't you think so, Roderick? There, stow him away. Magnifico gets drunk and apparently grows a spine. Huh? What was that? Whole island's coming apart, boys. Ah, the brazier! Don't panic! Stay away from the cliff's edge! It's a bunch of darkness sludge. This is bizarre, only seconds after the quake? Fairies? Are they coming closer? Boy, they're everywhere. Did they get scared up to the surface, I wonder? Could this be the crisis? If so, this is bad. We bring in this lot too, Captain? Wait! I love that they just like looked at the ominous darkness and was like, oh, this is fine. Let's just touch it. And then they get consumed by it and like, oh my god, it like took them apart, peeled their skin like a fruit. Oh my god. Great shot. Fall back to the beach, get to the ship. Can't, Captain, it's behind us too, we're surrounded. Oh, Nazy. I really didn't expect to get a Roderick part of this. I really thought that they were just pushed out of the picture. Can you do it, Guts? It's looking pretty damn hopeless right now, isn't it? Yep. Wow. So Zod has taken Griffith and Casca. God damn it. So Griffith is actually there, but then he was like, he's like becomes the moon child. And then when it's no longer the full moon, he's just chilling, back to being Griffith again. Very crazy. He gets Casca back. Casca gets her memories back, her personality, her voice back, like she is back. And then as soon as that happens and they're kind of in a moment of peace, Griffith rocks up and goes, thanks for your hard work. I'm going to take her now. That is so sad. Like, he worked so hard for that and has suffered so much just for her to be just snatched, while Elf Island is now just in despair. Darkness has descended and they're going back through the fast travel tree. Wow. Well, I thought that happiness wasn't going to last on Elf Island, but I didn't expect the whole island to start shattering and getting consumed by darkness, and that's just even worse. It's like no safe haven on in Berserk at all, not for long anyway. Overflowing darkness, it swallows everything and steals away. Yeah, waiting months between chapters. Chapter 369. What is this chapter? Ephemeral Isle 369. Guts, where are you? At least let us know you're okay. Guts. It's all coming apart. Guts. Not even a single swing reached him. There we go. We finally got some Guts dialogue. I was waiting for that. There's definitely been a lot of Guts screaming and not an incredible amount of written dialogue, and I feel like that must be because of, you know, maybe there wasn't a lot in terms of the, you know, actual conversations between characters fully fleshed out and written by Miura yet, maybe. And that's why it's focusing more on like sort of visuals or like those like clear strokes of like what's happening in the story. I don't know. It's definitely a lot less dialogue though. But I think you can feel it and you can see what's going on with the way the characters are like drawn as well. Like you know that this is like a huge moment and shit's gone south really, really quickly. In but an instant, all is lost. Dude, look at it's all fucked. What the hell? There's like nothing left. And they're on the ship and they're out of there. Captain, you made it. What's happening? No bloody idea, but that black goop seems to be going up in smoke as soon as it touches fire or salt water like a mist. A close call. Hurry, there are still good men down there. The Meros can't save them all. Barrels, boxes, anything that'll float. Into the sea they go. Yeah, there's like nothing left of the island. Jesus. And then they're all like taking refuge on whatever's left. Is this for real? Oh, what's happening? Yzma, you're... Huh? What? It is time to depart this world. What's going on? Danan. Huh? Isidro. All the magical creatures are disappearing? She's just vanished. She's gone. What the hell? Are all the Marrow suffering the same fate? They are. All of the magical creatures. So not only is the island completely devastated, but it just takes them with it. It's only people that remain. Look at all those detailed faces. The peace they reached, lost in an instant, only despair remains. Damn. Yeah, we're definitely getting a lot of sort of visual communication over actual dialogue, and then obviously on top of that, the chapters are much, much shorter as well. So it's like taking me back to the early days. Not the early, like I think the chapters used to be shorter and then they got really long, if I'm remembering correctly. Episode 370, Refugees on the Western Sea. Yeah, it just feels so weird to get through an episode, get through chapters so quickly. Just shows like how quickly everything just gets messed up. Also, it's really strange again seeing whenever you see Berserk in like color. I always forget that Shirka's hair is green, for example. Oh, they brought Guts aboard as well. Okay. Lady Farnese, pardon me. Over there, Piccoline. Elf Island crumbles, their peaceful days become but a distant memory. Farnese. Thank heavens you and Miss Shirka are unarmed. Where'd you wander off to? Just flying by night. Serpico. Lady Farnese. Where are the others? Guts, Miss Casca, and the boy. Now that you mention it. Hold up. It's my fault. I couldn't do anything. Not a thing. Shirka. Oh, she's back. Hey you, are you okay? Morta's back. Miss Morta. Now wait a... Pull yourself together. I need to borrow you for a sec. Miss Morta. Say, you didn't notice all the injured people over there? We're really short-handed. You have to step up. Use your healing magic. You're right. Then I too will arise, Shirka. Hold up. Earlier, you got your fellow in black carried aboard. Guts? But he didn't look himself, spaced out, mumbling something under his breath, just kind of broken down mentally. He seems calm enough now, but who knows what's going on inside that head of his. If some impulse rouses that thing, you know what happens then. I'm surprised that he didn't transform. Like, it definitely shows a lot of restraint that he was able to go, like, full-on swinging at Griffith without fully transforming into the Berserker armor. I leave the wounded in your care. I must attend to Guts. Yes. Captain, reporting in. All surviving islanders aboard. But we have yet to recover any more than half the cargo. No matter, we have enough. Ready the seahorse for departure before some further anomaly befalls us. What of Guts? Did he make it? He's off on his own, back in the hold. No, he's a special case. Don't leave him alone. Guts, answer me. Don't do anything rash. Guts! He's just staring at the Dragon Slayer that didn't do anything for him as his heart beats. He slumps back, quivering against the wall. I think I'm liking a lot of the lack of dialogue in terms of what Guts is dealing with, because it feels very like you completely understand. You know, you don't need dialogue for that. And then the sword just falls down onto the ground as well. Like very visually like expressive of like this man has just lost it all immediately. I never believed in anything. Nothing. Nothing. Only you. Only you. In the darkness of the ship's hold, light dies. God, it just says, to be continued. The to be continued is going to sting so hard. He's just always talking about his weapon. He never believed in anything except for his sword. Only you. His sword that's always been there for him, and his sword let him down. But it's not the sword's fault. 2 chapters left until I'm caught up. 371. Climax of the Elf Island chapter. Climax of the Elf Island chapter. A dying light in the oppressive dark night. Is this the final chapter of the Elf Island? It's gotta be, because Elf Island is gone. The Elf Island arc has been running, or we're in the Fantasia arc and the Elf Island chapter. And the Elf Island chapter has been the only chapter in the Fantasia arc, I think. Which is just like years and years and years. Which is crazy. The climax of the Elf Island chapter. So if we're reading that right, chapter 372 is the beginning of a new chapter in Berserk, which is weird to even think about. Open up, Guts. She's having a look. Guts. These are Guts's and his sword's memories of battle. God, even the horse got a goddamn flashback. Not the crazy horse, dude. Shit, man. I'm really loving the way that Griffith is drawn by Studio Gaga as well. He's I feel like they've really nailed how Griffith looks. It's like the slanted eyes. I think Miro was drawing him in a very interesting way, where he was just so beautiful and angelic, because that was kind of how he was being perceived by everyone. But I like that at this point, like we all know that Griffith is not that at all, deep down. So I really like that it's being reflected in this, where he's kind of got a Sephiroth thing going on. Whenever I see him like this, it always just gives me big Sephiroth vibes. And obviously you can tell that Cloud and Sephiroth were very much inspired by Guts and Griffith. She's trying to reach him, but the chains are breaking. No, Guts. Guts. It was all for nothing. God, is he being lost and consumed by his rage, or is he just collapsing in general? Damn, he's just sad boy hours. He's in the Yamcha death pose. And that's, you can never get lower than that. Now what? Look, the island. We're sinking. Being torn apart. Oh god, now we've got a whirlpool as well. And everything goes into those cold, dark depths. Even my voice. Guts. There's a lot of bubbles that seem to start like with the end of a word. Like this is supposed to say Falconia, but it just says Nia. Not sure why. Sonia, you listening? Miss Sonia, hello? The Falcon CRS has gone stargazing, huh? Sun's about to rise. You didn't have to come all the way out to the far edge of the city to... Damn, look at the whole group, man. We got Grunbell coming out too. Lady Cirrus. Lord Lucas, and even General Grunbeld. What are the Falcon's 2 wings doing in the harbour? He's returned. Huh? Here he comes. Across the sky from the Morning Star? Damn, we get one of those, like, classic, like, more detailed than usual looking panels from Berserk, where it's, like, higher quality for a little moment. Zod's coming in with Griffith and Casca while his squad watches. It's really interesting to see Grunbeld in this form as well, because this is a rare sight. Ah, Sonia. Oh. It is. Welcome home. So we've got Griffith with Sonia, who's obsessed with him, Princess Charlotte, who's obsessed with him, and now Casca, who was obsessed with him. Lord Griffith, and he has returned with Casca and brought her to Falconia. Okay, everybody. We're reading chapter 372. It's just came out, so I think it's been like quite a few months in between chapters since that 371. The absolute being who dies all. Episode 372, The Red Raven Sleeps in the Birdcage. So is this a new beginning for Berserk? Is this a new chapter? He's disappearing into the distance. Guts. Oh, damn, and then she wakes up. So that's all she got to really see, was just her getting taken away from the island and then Guts fading from view. And then she wakes up in Falconia. A dream? Oh, being tended to by the maids. Good morning, milady. Now, to dress you. Oh, the wings, like, headband. My, a dress in such vibrant crimson. It truly becomes you. Exceptional apparel for milady, sewn up by the city's preeminent dressmaker. Ah, is it to your liking? Is it? Just acting like everything's normal. Let us leave. This way, milady. Oh? Breathtaking, is it not? It shines even brighter today. The great helix tree. Well, the world tree, isn't it? Oh, you can call it that too. Oh. Embarking on another campaign? So it seems. The band of the Falcon. They are truly brave, valiant. Having a cry? Milady! Oh dear, they must frighten her. Let us move on. Interesting. Is she having dinner with Griffith? She just living that noble life. She do be having that bath. I'm just waiting for something weird to happen. Oh, in the water reflection in her hands, she sees her friends. What's this? Oh, wow. Has she been, like, kind of mind wiped, maybe? Or, like, weird magic to kind of have her be super chill and kind of forget about what just happened with Elf Island? But then she's getting, like, splashes of memories of it? Oh, she's freaking out now. No, you mustn't. Settle down. Guards! Guards! Yeah, okay, so now she's freaking out. Warrior Casca coming out. Oh, my arm! Seize her! Back! Go back! I have to get back! If I don't make it back, then Guts. Oh, I really love that she really wants to get back for Guts. Then she falls down and she wakes up again? Irvine. The bird now dozes peacefully in her cage, her flight over. Ah, even seeing Zod back again in human, well, not, like, you know, human form, but like not being fully transformed. That's cool. It's been quite a while again. The East. East. I love how he's drawn there. Looks amazing. Everything naturally flows according to his will. Continues May 26th. Oh, I just caught up to Berserk and it feels so weird. Okay, let's talk about it now that we're at the end, because I didn't want to talk about it during. I wanted to collect all of these volumes together and then share my thoughts on this. So as of today's date, as of this video being uploaded, this is all of Studio Gaga's work on Berserk. And I think I'm getting a lot of sort of mixed vibes on it. It feels very strange to read, I think. I think that there's a certain, and I think this is probably to be expected, but there is a certain lack of detail, I think, in both the artwork and the dialogue, where there's a lot of panels that are drawn in a way where they're kind of very, very simple, I suppose, or not as detailed, and then there's not a lot of dialogue happening. So these chapters are very short and they're not flowing super well for me, I think, because there's a lot of things where it's just like visually you see stuff happen and there's a lot of characters going, you know, without a lot of other things happening. And I think that is obviously an unfortunate thing we have to wrestle with and come to terms with. But then there are a lot of panels in here that I see that I'm like, they really do know how to, I think, emulate like the structure, like the skeleton of what Berserk is and what it looks like. I think that they're definitely able to do that. Like in terms of the imagery, it's definitely there. Not as detailed, but it is there. I do wish that there was a little more on the dialogue front. Because it does feel like there's just a little bit missing, and that is, you know, that is unfortunate. But it's exciting to see the Elf Island chapter come to a close and then to wonder what's going to come next, but it is very strange for me to be caught up now. We caught up on Miura's work last time, and now we've caught up on Berserk in general in this episode. So I would love to know your thoughts and feelings as well on like the where the story's going and how you feel about, you know, continuing to read Berserk, because I feel like it should be probably a common feeling that it's very conflicting conflicting and bittersweet, I think. But I'm glad that I get to read it and I get to share it with you guys. So thank you so much for joining for this most current and latest Berserk manga read-through episode. I guess May 26th, when a new chapter comes out, I'll do another video and do it that way instead of waiting for a bunch of chapters, because then it'll take like a super long time, I assume, if chapters are releasing like monthly. But we'll see how we go, and we'll see, I guess, what happens in terms of the story and dialogue and, you know, the artwork that comes with all of these future chapters as well. But it looks like we're moving out of the Elf Island chapter and into something else. It makes me wonder if the Falconia arc is going to come to an end, and we might move into potentially like a final arc of Berserk, but who knows? Honestly, anyone's guess. We don't know how much story is left. It could be so much or so little. They might just try and guide it gently to a finish line with sort of just some like bare bones structural notes in like how the rest of the story is going to go, instead of like genuinely filling in a lot of those expositional details and questions, which I think Miura would definitely want to do. Like, he'd want to flesh out everything because his world building is excellent. So it definitely does feel like a lot of these chapters are kind of doing that bare bones, just trying to get the story told. And yeah, it's a rough thing to process, but I am enjoying seeing the story continue. We'll just have to see how it goes in chapter 373 next month. So thank you so much for joining me for my catch up of the Berserk manga, and I will see you next time.